So, the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam, as told by Vyasacharya, Vyasa, after he completes composing Srimad Bhagavatam, you can say a scripture. Now we know the background of the composition of Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein after composing so many other texts or so, the other various Puranas, still Vyasacharya was not having peace of mind. His mind was still wandering here and there, he was not experiencing dukkham. That's when he is told that you should write a text which talks about the Leelas of Bhagavan Krishna or Bhagavan Vishnu, Narayana. And if you do that, definitely you will attain peace of mind. That's how Srimad Bhagavatam is composed by Vyasacharya. So it is a scripture which is full of bhakti. But further he says that in that, if you see the 12th skandam, the last skandam, what will happen in Kali Yugam. So somewhere Vyasacharya gets to know that Krishnavataram, when it comes to an end, it is almost the end of Dwapara Yugam, right? And then Kali Yugam is about to begin. So it is an age wherein you have a lot of negativity which is there around. So wherein people will keep fighting amongst themselves, there will be a lot of ajnanam that is there, dharma will set to collapse and so on. People will fall trapped to the Shad Ripuhu, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsariyam, greed. Temples will be empty. Hearts, it seems that Vyasacharya makes a statement, people's hearts that are there, heart is Hridayam, that will become dry, it seems. Why he makes the statement is, in those times people, now today also we do, no doubt on it, but still people's hearts will become dry, meaning they'll become self-centered, they will think only about themselves and so on. There will be a lot of violence that will be there. So all such things are there. But still he says that when, despite having all these negative qualities that are there, there will be a light, there will be a ray of light which will run through all this darkness of ignorance. What is that light is Srimad Bhagavatam. So today, why we have to know this is, today amongst the lakhs and crores of people and creatures who are there in this world, this one stream of light, now this light of Bhagavatam is open for everyone, right? But out of that crores and lakhs of human beings, if today people like you and me have been chosen by Bhagavan himself to read Srimad Bhagavatam, to hear about the text that is there, we must consider ourselves very, very blessed that the Lord has showered His grace, and the least that we can do to give back is keep the scripture with us, always keep chanting the names and so on. So further Vyasacharya says that Bhagavatam is something wherein when you don't have time or you cannot do so many yajnas, tapas and so on. Now it's not that I don't want to do, but little, something called yuga dharmam that we have seen, as per times also. Now today if you have to do a yagam also, it's very, very difficult, right? Maybe in those times kings can do Rajasuya yagam, Ashwamedha yagam and so on. Today we cannot think about this. Even if you wish to do, it is not feasible to do that. Tapasya, you sit for 5 minutes, you chant Nama, that itself is difficult for us. But that doesn't mean, now these are things which cannot be done, but yes, there are different things instead of this, like instead of doing yajnas, tapasya and so on, where people do not know what exactly is the truth, what is false, people fall into the trap of illusion, right? And then maybe later, years later, we realize that, oh, I was doing something all these years, this is wrong, but the ultimate reality is something else. That's when Vyasacharya says that Srimad Bhagavatam will come for your help, it will always be your true companion. If you know the rough story of Srimad Bhagavatam, you will know that in 12 skandhas, 18,000 shlokas, Vyasacharya covers various topics, right from the creation of the universe till so on, various other stories, various avatars of Bhagavan Vishnu, Krishna Leela stories. 11th skandam talks about philosophical topics. 12th skandam finally talks about what will happen in future, generalized topics also. So further Vyasacharya says that it is that text which will always remain in the hearts of devotees. It will be sung, it will be chanted in the homes of blessed devotees on whom Bhagavan showers His grace, and saints and other people will always keep chanting the shlokas from Srimad Bhagavatam. And it will also, those who are sleeping or those who are full of ajnanam also, the Srimad Bhagavatam will awaken all of them, and bhakti that is there will develop in all people. So this is how he blesses, Vyasacharya also blesses his disciples and tells them that you please spread this sacred knowledge of Bhagavatam amongst the people. Every home, every heart should chant this Bhagavatam. It should always be chant. If you don't know to chant, at least you should hear. So that's how in many places we know how we have Srimad Bhagavata Saptaham and things like that which are done. And many acharyas also, Vyasacharya tells, you go to Vrindavanam or you go to Dravida Desham in South India or many other places, even in Uttara Bharatam, you have Srimad Bhagavata Katha. If you see even today, there are many other things also, but Bhagavata Katha that is there, that is spread all over Bharata Desha, right? You go to Central India, it will be one. You go to South India, you have Bhagavata Saptaham, Bhagavata Katha. You go to Uttara Bharatam, again you have Bhagavat Katha which is told. So, it is one thing wherein, as Vyasacharya tells, in Kali Yugam, in many places, this Srimad Bhagavata Katha will take place. Only thing is upon us and the grace of Bhagavan if you go and attend that. So, more than knowledge, more than other rituals, tapasya, yagam, moksham and so on, Vyasacharya tells that it is Bhagavatam's rasam only. Bhagavatam has mentioned a lot of Krishna Leela stories. So more than getting moksha, more than following rituals, more than jnanam and so on, what it contributes is it will bless you with bhakti towards Bhagavan. And automatically when you have bhakti, we tend to do many good things. And it will melt hearts, it seems. Wherein you're listening to the stories or going through the text, it will actually enable us to do good for others. Somewhere between, now it is very easy to tell this, but if you think very, very deeply, all of you, including me, we always think about ourselves. It's not that we don't help others, but at the end of the day, you will always think about our own self. Now for this, I'll tell you a simple story. Most of us, we know the tales of Akbar Birbal, right? So in that, an incident comes wherein Akbar one fine day makes a statement saying that mother who is there, she will always think about her child. Let anything come in. Birbal says, what you're saying is right, but at one point of time, the mother is also a human being only, she will put herself only first. Akbar fights with him and tells that no, you have to prove this. That's when Birbal, like we know, he does an idea. He brings a tank full of water and he brings a monkey and its child. And what happens is the tank is empty. Both the monkey and its baby, both of them, they are put inside the tank and slowly water is being released in the tank. The mother suddenly sees, the mother monkey sees, oh, something is coming, water. She takes her child. Now you know how monkeys child, the babies they carry, right? They hold on to their mothers. So little as the water level starts rising, what happens is the mother who's there, she keeps the child on top of her head and so on. That's when Akbar becomes happy and tells, see, I told you, the mother will always put her child first. Birbal says, wait. Finally, what happens is the water reaches till that point wherein now the mother could not do anything and it reaches till her brim, that's till her head also, she could not breathe properly. That's when what she does is she puts her child in the water. With the help of the child only, she keeps the feet on the baby and she jumps out and goes away. The baby drowns inside. So here now Birbal proves that at one point of time what happens is, now this doesn't mean that the mother does not care for her child also, but ultimately all of us also at some point we are very, very selfish in the sense we come alone, we go alone, right? But the point is every human being, now you say no, I'm not feeling hungry, and many times we say no, if you eat my stomach is full. We make such statements, but can we actually do that? We have to eat, right? So what Vyasacharya here tells, or through this small story that I told you of Akbar Birbal, the point is everyone is very, very self-centered. It is nothing wrong about it. Every creature in this world is like that. We'll first think about ourselves only. But Srimad Bhagavatam at one point, it tries to reduce this ahankaram or mamankaram that is there. It will melt hearts. It will bring together relationships like father, son, teacher, guru, shishya and so on. And it seems that even it will bring a person who is a non-believer also together. So again, like we all know, our dharma does not force anyone to believe. You believe, it's okay. You don't believe also, that's okay. But at least it will bring together people to develop good qualities that are there. And because it ultimately talks about Krishna Leela and Bhagavan's mercy will always be there on those who are even fallen, even those who do not believe and so on. Further, all the sages who are there, they say that just as in the Mahatmyam also it comes, Shlokardam Shlokapadam va Nityam Bhagavatodbhavam Pathasva Swamukhe Naiva Yadichhasi Param Gatim. Even if one shloka or one half of a shloka is read every day, that also will help in attaining the highest point of life, help in attaining moksha, and a person will never fall in the trap of birth and death. So Vyasacharya sees that in the near future, Krishna himself will choose few of his devotees. He will himself send his devotees who are pure, fearless and so on to revive the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. And wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is resided, Bhagavan himself stays there. And therefore Vyasacharya further he continues saying that Bhagavatam shall never fade. It is not of this world. It is Bhagavan's heart only that is there in this book. Whoever gives, receives it, whoever learns it, whoever hears it, they are my dearest disciple and the Lord's Sevaka. So therefore Bhagavatam that is there, it's not just a scripture, it is a presence of Bhagavan in this Kali Yuga. Love for Krishna or love for Bhagavan will keep developing by listening or chanting the Bhagavatam. Even when there is lot of decline that is there, no one is believing, no one is chanting this, that, all kinds of negativity that is there, still Srimad Bhagavatam will revive dharma, it seems. Every house, every village, every hridayam that is there, wherever Bhagavatam is kept, that is equal to Vaikuntham. So Bhagavatam should always be preserved, it should be heard, it should be chanted, it should also be passed on to the future generations. Now all this that I told you, it's not someone who has made a statement. It is a part of Harivamsha Puranam that is there, and you can say some that we consider a part of a later part of Sri Mahabharatam, wherein in, if I am not wrong, I think chapter number 149 or so, you have the mission or you have the glory of Bhagavatam and how it should be preserved, how its preservation is done in Kali Yuga. So Harivamsha Puranam talks about this legacy of Srimad Bhagavatam. And why we say that Krishna himself has resided is when Uddhava later asks Bhagavan that now that you are going to leave this world, Dwapara Yugam will come to an end, Kali Yugam is about to begin, how will devotees like us survive if you are not there? That's when Bhagavan says that I am not going to go away completely. I will immerse, I will merge myself with this Srimad Bhagavatam text, and in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam I will always reside in this world. So this is the glory of Bhagavatam. So if all of us have got a chance to chant and listen, or listen both to the Mahima of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are all very, very blessed. It is the grace of Bhagavan that is there. Always we must keep chanting and listening to the glories of Bhagavatam. And finally, towards the end, it is also said that though there are a lot of negativities in this Kali Yugam, Srimad Bhagavatam will always help to overcome all of that. And also chanting Nama of Bhagavan. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanaha Tam Namami Harim Param. There will be a lot of negativities, bad things in Kali Yugam. One good thing is Nama. Merely chant the Nama, you attain moksha. And also texts like Srimad Bhagavatam are always there for removing people out of the trap and a lot of evil things which are happening around. So this is the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam.